My dreams are nightmares. How can I sleep? You got the gun against me.
What's going on, everybody? KingofDragons 5000 here, coming at you with another figure review. Today we'll be having a look at the Mattel WWE Elite Collection Wrestlemania series, Bret Hitman Hart. And so here we have Bret Hart posed and out of the packaging. Before we take a look at the figure, let's actually run through his accessories really fast. Bret Hart does come with 2 pairs of hands. We do get a pair of fists. Then we get a pair of grip hands. Bret Hart also does come with a soft grid shirt, which he is wearing at the moment. And then he does come with the legs of the Vince McMahon Build-A-Figure. Other than that, Bret Hart doesn't come with any other accessories, so let's actually take a closer look at the excellence of execution. And so here we have a closer look at Bret Hart, and I like the face sculpt. It's an older Bret Hart, but I'm not a fan of how they painted his face. Now on mine, it is pretty obvious that his face is shifted over to the right side. Yeah, whenever they do the face printing, this is bound to happen on certain figures, that the face doesn't quite line up properly, and this is just one of those instances where I got the bum end of the deal and his face is kind of skewed off to the right. I know Bret has had a stroke in his life, but this is not something to be made fun of. This is one of the worst face printing that I've seen probably since Brandy Rhodes, and everybody knows how much I don't like that figure because of the way the face was printed on. The sculpt is clean, I'm not gonna lie. It's a really good likeness to Bret Hart, and if the paint was lined up properly, I think I'd like this head sculpt a little bit more. I do feel like this is the re-released head that they used on that previous Toys R Us figure, which unfortunately I don't have. I think the hair color might be a little bit lighter on this one, but it is accurate to how Bret Hart looked at that WrestleMania when he faced Vince McMahon. So yeah, not a fan of the face sculpt. Now let's actually move on to his attire, where he is wearing the Hart Foundation shirt that he was rocking at that WrestleMania. You can see it looks really nice, really clean. I do like the skull, and it's a very nice detail, and they are using the old material for the shirt, so this one is prone to staining, so do be aware of that prolonged exposure to having him with this shirt could stain the figure. And one thing I didn't notice about this figure, and let's see if I can show it off here, they actually gave Bret Hart a really shredded torso. Like, I'm not joking, he is shredded under this, and I don't think Bret Hart was this in shape at the match, but yeah, for some reason Bret Hart is completely ripped in this figure, so yeah, there is that. Really do like the elbow pads. This is something that was not seen on the original figure. The original figure did not have elbow pads, and it had black wrist tape. This one does have the accurate pink and black wrist tape along with the elbow pads with the accurate white lines going around them, so that's one little detail I am happy about. So as far as the rest of the figure goes, he is using an older John Cena figure, or John Cena lower torso, which I'm not a fan of the lower torso that they went with, mainly because of how the ankles connect, but yeah, it works for what it is. We have the shorts, or the jorts that he wore for the match, where we have the pockets in the back going down. We do have a little bit of his knee pad showing, which I think his knee pad should be a little more exposed. Again, it is reusing a John Cena lower torso, so it's pretty much what we've come to expect. And then, oh, these ankles, I absolutely dread seeing these ankles. It's not that they're bad, it's just that the design of these ankles is horrendous. Now it does have a hinge right here, which you can see it does work, but moving the hinge, you can see you actually bend the peg as well because of how low that access point is. When it pivots, you're pivoting here, and it does have a tendency to want to pull this joint out. So yeah, the way this shin should have been designed is that the boot, or the shoe cuff, was solid sculpt with his calf, and then it met right underneath this for a swivel, not swiveling down here. This is a bad design on Mattel's part, but overall still a pretty nice looking figure. And if you missed out on that original Toys R Us Bret Hart, we do have a new updated Bret Hart, which I feel is a stronger figure because we get more accessories and a more accurate head sculpt. So with that out of the way, guys, let's actually get him compared to other figures you may have in your collection. And so here we have Bret Hart posed next to an Ultimate Edition Brock Lesnar and a basic Jeff Hardy. So with the comparisons out of the way, let's actually move on to Bret Hart's articulation. Now, Bret Hart does have a ball joint in the head, which unfortunately, because of the way his hair is sculpted, we don't get the full range of movement for the up or down. He's pretty much going to be looking neutral all the time. We do have some slight head pivot, but again, hair does get in the way. He can turn left and right quite well, and the hair is soft enough that it does get out of the way, so I do like that. We do have ball jointed shoulders, which do go out to the side very nicely. They do go all the way around. You just got to be careful with the shirt. Actually, I did a full 360 with the shirt on, so yeah, it is possible to do it with his shirt on. Just be careful that you don't snag the shirt. We do have a bicep swivel, which works fine. We have double bend here at the elbow, but because of the elbow pad, it does want to force it to about 90, but without the elbow pad, you can get more range, so I do like that. We do have a swivel and hinge here at the wrist, an ab crunch which leans back and forward, swivels at the waist. Legs do kick forward to about right there, they kick back, out to the side, thigh swivel works fine, double bend here at the knee, going really nice. Rotation at the shoe, then we do have a hinge in the ankle, which again, very hard to use this because again, look at that. I'm trying to move the hinge here and it wants to pull and tear that joint, so yeah, not a fan of, again, there it goes, not a fan of this ankle design at all, but it does pivot or move forward and back, and then we do have some ankle rocker. So overall, some pretty decent articulation on Bret Hart. This version of Bret, you're not going to have him doing crazy amounts of movement, so I think it's fine for what it is. So with that out of the way, let's actually move on to my final thoughts, and then we'll wrap up this review. And so here we have the WWE Elite WrestleMania Bret Hart pose for my final thoughts, and overall, this is still a really nice figure. Now, I do appreciate the fact that Mattel is giving us an older figure brought to light in with the new articulation scheme. I'm just not a fan of this look of Bret Hart. Out of all the WrestleManias that Bret Hart has had, they could have chosen any of his ring gear, any gear he's ever worn, and they decide to give us the final match Bret Hart. Now, could it be because Vince McMahon is a Build-A-Figure? Sure, but the Build-A-Figure is from WrestleMania 3. So yeah, I don't understand Mattel's logic in giving us this version of Bret Hart. Maybe it's for those of us who didn't pick up the Toys R Us exclusive Bret Hart, but I could have done with a different Bret Hart. I would have preferred one of his better gears, like his WrestleMania 12 when he wrestled Austin. Was it WrestleMania 12? I don't remember. But when he wrestled Austin, I would prefer that gear. There's just so many ring gears that you could have given Bret Hart that this one seems a little lackluster. But it's still a really nice figure, and if you did pick up the original Toys R Us version of this figure, you're going to like this figure in your collection. Now, I did pick up this Bret Hart from Ringside Collectibles, where I picked it up with a set where it cost about $80 for each figure, or not each figure, but $80 for the entire wave, so that was about $20 per figure, which is a little bit cheaper than actual retail, seeing as how they're now going for about $22, which is outrageous, but really happy with this figure. Just would have preferred a different version of the Hitman. With that being said, guys, I'm KingofDragons 5000. Don't forget to like this video, leave a comment, subscribe to my channel, go ahead and check out all my other action figure reviews as well as all my other WWE videos. Hopefully you find them informative. As always, if there's a figure you'd like to see me review, let me know down in the comments, and if it fits in my collection, I'll gladly have a look at it. While you're at it, check out my Instagram account for new and exciting action figure photos, and as always, ring that bell to be notified every time I upload a video. Until next time, guys, I'll see you later. Take care, everyone.